I think the reason why I joined you in the first place is because I needed to track my food. I needed some nutrition guidance.
So, Ryan, all right, introduce to everyone who you are, what do you do, and if there's anything interesting you want to share about yourself, please do feel free.
Okay. I'm Ryan, 35 years old. I'm a registered nurse. I work in emergency. That's about it, really.
Where are you from, by the way? Which state?
Philippines.
Mm.
I'm
Cu-
Filipino.
Currently in the US, right?
Australia.
Australia, sorry, Australia. Oh,
Yeah.
no wonder it's daytime for you. I was thinking, how is it looking so bright? Okay,
No, it's
gotcha.
1:46 p.m. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, great. So, registered nurse, working shifts, right? And your shifts do change from time to time. I mean, that's one of the
Mm.
things that we've gone through in the program. So, before you actually started the program, all right, before you went through
Mm.
anything or even like heard of me, what were you kind of struggling with, or do you recall what were you kind of struggling with before you got started?
What was I struggling with?
Do you recall? It's been about 3 months.
I know. No, I think it's more like I knew. No, I remember. I remember. I think the reason why I joined you in the first place is because I needed to track my food. I needed some nutrition guidance.
Mm,
Yep, that's the main reason. I think.
mm,
Yep.
mm. Do you
I
okay?
think
So
you. I think you've advertised well on the nutrition part. So
mm,
I think that's what attracted me.
mm. So okay,
Yeah,
maybe
because
maybe let's talk about like your goals in the past, right? So before you hopped on the coaching program, what were you actually working on, like in terms of your goals? Were you working on anything towards anything?
yeah, just normal. Just like I wanna like lose a bit of weight, gain muscles. That's it.
Mm.
That's it
And
really. Know
what's
what
the
to eat.
new
I think, yeah, that's the main thing. Know what to eat. Yeah,
right? So the nutrition was kind of the thing that you kind of had
yeah.
needed a bit or
Because
wanted a bit more help.
I've been active for a very long time, but it's always the
Mm.
nutrition that's like the hardest for me. So
Right.
yep.
So what about the nutrition was hard for you? Okay, so you've been active for a long time, but
Mm.
with the activity that you had, were you actually moving closer to your goal? Like losing the fat, getting the muscles.
Yeah, a little bit, but then yeah, but then the nutrition bit always stops it up. Yeah,
Mm. Like, was it
yeah,
hard to stick to the nutrition, or like you didn't really know?
yeah. I didn't know. I'm confused. Yeah.
Right. Gotcha. Okay, so like you mentioned, the specific thing that made you want to jump on was actually the food area, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But what about it? What about it drew you? What about the food part?
I just I don't know. I don't know if there's any specific, but I just but I can't remember the exact advertisement you had,
Mm,
but it was in Instagram.
mm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I can't exactly pinpoint.
Okay, gotcha. But it was something
Yeah.
about the
Oh
nutrition.
wait. I think you said something about enjoying your favorite food,
Hmm.
something like that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Gotcha.
Yep.
So now that you've gone through the program, right, it's been about three
Mm,
months, and obviously, a lot of holidays have gone and gone and passed as well.
mm.
All right. How do you feel about what you've achieved so far? Were you really able to enjoy your favorite foods, and what are the specific results that you've got in this whole process in the whole past 3 months?
Oh, it's pretty good actually. Yeah, it's pretty
Mm.
good.
What about it was good?
Well, the thing that was good about it is like um, I had to like track my food and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that's probably my least favorite part. But that's probably what that's the best thing probably that I had to do. Because then I learned about like portion control and or like what actual portions look like.
Mm.
Yeah, and I didn't realize. I think I was overeating before. Yeah,
Mm.
100%. Yeah,
So you think or you 100% know that
100%
you
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And for you, what are what are some foods that you were still able to eat? Actually, you ate everything, right?
I can pretty much eat anything I like. Really, it's just that oh god, yeah, I can pretty much eat anything I like. It's just that just portion it well.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember you also going through this phase where, like you said, right, you didn't really like tracking your foods, which we both know that isn't really the end goal. It's more of like
Mm.
you kind of need to do it at least for this period of time to kind of know what you're having.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so,
At least 2 months, I reckon. Yeah. And then I
so
I became more comfortable. Yeah.
yeah. So you didn't like that, but I think there was this period, I guess this 1 or 2 weeks, this check-in where you mentioned like you just had to do it, and then
Yeah.
just did it, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of those things that definitely not everything is going to be fun and rainbow and all that stuff. So
Mm.
there's
Yeah.
definitely some steps in there where you just got to push yourself to do.
Yep.
But the good thing is, I think the most important part, I think for everyone to know, for yourself also, is that going through that process, I mean, obviously, is to teach you certain things about yourself, but also learning more about the foods you're eating, right?
Mm.
Because without that, and without at least a good period of time to do that, with a variety of foods, it's going to be a bit harder for you to practice mindfulness in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's
That's
not going
right.
to be easy for you to look at a certain food and then like, yeah, maybe there's a bit too much fats or whatever, or
Yep.
too much calories,
Yep.
and it's going to be a bit harder for you to just be mindful and maintain your goals if you reach that maintenance, right?
Yep.
Mm. Cool. So now that you've gone through the program, Ryan, it's been about 3 months. You've gone through the program. You've seen others as well. I don't know if you actually read the others, their check-ins and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. But who would you actually recommend the program for? Right, just your own personal perspective.
Like, who do I recommend it for?
Mm.
Um, I think anyone. I think anyone who has a good mindset, like who's ready to like, you know, ready to like do do what it takes to like, you know, lose weight. I guess. Yeah.
Mm. Right. So like more or less like having the right attitude in terms of, okay,
Yeah.
we're
Right
gonna do
attitude.
this.
Yeah. So they can commit. Yeah. Because otherwise,
Gotcha.
there's no point. Yeah.
Mm.
Because it's not a quick. It's not a quick. It's not a quick. You know, quick
Fix.
changes. It's more like it's like a marathon. Like I
Mm.
mean, not like
Mm.
a race. So someone who's like mature enough to see that
Mm.
or realize that. Yeah.
No, that's actually a pretty good point. So yeah, I know like even though we are here like advocating not so extreme stuff, at least more sustainable
Mm.
stuff, at the end of the day, you still gotta have the attitude that you have to put in the work, right? You can't just be going into
Yeah,
this
that's
and
right.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, stuff everything is sustainable, but I
Yeah.
don't feel like doing it. Right. Then
Yep.
that's definitely not gonna work. Great. So one final thing, and this is really for the audience, right? Like what is one advice or one tip? Okay, it could be because you've gone through the program, or it could be a realization on your own through the process or what have you. But what is one advice or tip that you want to give others? All right.
Um, about
In this
what?
journey, really.
About just the general journey.
Mm,
Just one tip.
mm.
Uh,
You could share a few if you have.
yeah. Stay consistent. Definitely stay consistent uh and don't beat yourself up too much if you've you know lost or fell off the wagon,
Mm,
because that's a normal process. So you just you just keep going.
mm,
That's it.
mm.
Yeah.
I think staying
Yeah.
consistent is not the advice. Because staying consistent is
Uh,
hard. But I think the advice that you give after that is going to help people stay consistent.
yeah.
Because
Yeah. That's what I
you've got,
mean. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you've got to really not beat yourself up and realize that
Yeah.
I used to say this, right? Like you're on the right track and stuff like that, but I stopped saying that. Why? Because
Mm,
it is a track all in all, right? You could have deviance or whatever, but that is still your
mm,
track. Right? At the end of the
mm,
day, you could be off the wagon, but are you really off
mm.
the wagon? you're kind of still just following that wagon, right? But that is
Yeah,
your
that's right.
wagon,
Yeah,
right? And then you
yeah,
just gotta kind of course
yep,
correct slightly to towards
yep,
your goal instead of veering too far. Yeah.
yep.
So it's an awesome advice. Thank you so much. And yeah,
No,
for those of you who are watching this, this is Ryan. This is what he's gone through. I think the most important part for Ryan, actually, from my perspective, is he's been really consistent, and even with all his social gatherings and him being a nurse and as we all know shifts and stuff like that is pretty much a killer. But I think the most important part for Ryan is his attitude. He really just pushed through, and
mm,
he faced Ryan. I think I will say this for you also. It's like you faced the things that were hard to do, and you're just like, let me just do it. And I think that's
mm,
a really important attitude to have in life. Even
mm,
if you feel like you want to get comfortable for a while, after a while you kind of have to get back to just doing what needs to be done. Yeah. All right. Thank
mm.
you so much for this, Ryan.